I had no say in the matter, but I was waiting for you to come back.
There isn't anything in this world you have no say about.
I have no say in a lot of things, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to tell you anyway. Talking about graduation pictures and stuff like that, in the 8th grade, my school took a picture of us along the side of the building, and there was probably several hundred kids, and people would write in the back of it. And I remember what somebody wrote in the back of the Hammerhead picture. It said, "You are neat, you are sweet, you belong in a toilet seat."
That sounds like elementary humor.
Yeah.
Well, this was 8th grade, so yeah. And it was a girl. It was her sister was in my class. I don't remember her first name. Her last name was Broderick. But anyway, Gary, did you go to Salem yesterday?
No, we're going today to Marblehead.
What time you going?
As soon as the show's over.
Okay, so you flew me out of lunch again. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Gonna have dinner with Rob from Salem and his wife,
Nice.
and looking forward to it.
I'm sure you are. What was I going to say?
What song are you voting for?
You tell me.
Revolution.
There's two good songs, but the Happy and Peppy wins. And I remember that song. I hadn't heard it in probably 50 years.
Wow.
And the song Gary played must be about the high school that's down the street. So anyway, thank you, everybody. I will talk to you tomorrow.
Bye, Steve.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
It's too late, Eddie. It's too late. I already pressed the button. There's no going back once I press the button.
They're there.
Good morning. Who am I speaking?
Hi, Lynn.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi, Lynn.
Bill. How's everybody doing today?
We're doing well.
I'm going to vote for your song, Gary. I like both songs, but the second one sounds pretty psychedelic, too, and I like it.
Well,
I don't
thank you.
think I ever heard
Thank
it
you, Lynn.
before.
You're my favorite person so far today.
Thank you, Gary.
Uh,
Let's hope he only gets one favorite person.
all right. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right.
Have a good one.
Dave, you have a commonality.
I do. Commonality would be the 1949 Batman serial, the Monkees, and the Rockford Files.
Okay.
I got it.
You got it already?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, well, Eddie.
No, you're not Fast Eddie for nothing.
Want to give it a try, Eddie? What is it?
The cars.
Nope.
No?
Ooh.
All right. You guys all think about that. We're going to go to a break. We'll be right back.
ON Radio. The 97th annual Arnold Mills July 4th Parade will kick off at 11 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, July 4th. Starting at the state line between Massachusetts and Rhode Island on Nate Whipple Highway and traveling down Nate Whipple Highway and disbanding at Abbott Run Valley Road. It's preceded by the annual On the Road 4-mile road race starting at 9 a.m. The Arnold Mills July 4th Parade Committee invites you and your family and friends to come and watch our spectacular parade. And please thank our major donors that have made the parade possible this year. J.H. Lynch & Sons, Dave's Fresh Marketplace, Davenport's Bar and Grill, and the Ice Cream Machine.
This is an ad about a self-made teen. Me. See, I go to school, I do my chores, but I also have my own goals. I'm saving what I earn from making radio ads like this one to buy a gaming computer, and I'm using my Embark account to do it. With no fees, mobile banking, and a money management tool, it's like a spend account, but a lot smarter. So if you're a self-made teen like me, I suggest you get one too. The Embark account, banking for the self-made teen. Navigant Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
Every once in a while, you meet a businessman that you just can't wait to do business with. Steve Peluso of Peluso Precision Automotive at 93 Blackstone Street in Mendon, Mass. is such a man. He specializes in mechanical repairs of vintage and classic cars. And if you don't have one, you'll want to have one just to share the experience with Steve. Maybe you had one in the past, never had a resource like Peluso Precision Automotive to keep it running and chase down parts for you, but now you do. Stop in and see Steve, and Steve will steer you in the right direction. Call Pluso Precision Automotive at 508-478-8900. That's 508-478-8900. All right, we're back, and another quote, words of wisdom from 1928. When you are married and baby is cross, pick up the broomstick and show him who's boss. Leonard Harris, from some penitentiary somewhere.
Yeah.
Go get him, Lenny.
Oh, man.
But even the penmanship inside that diary, that autograph book, is different from today.
Yeah. Because you were judged on
Yes, this-
cursive, and you were judged on penmanship.
Yes.
Back in the day, you know?
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
2 in a hammock, ready to kiss, when all of a sudden it went tips. Alice. All right, one more here. Sailing down the stream of life in a bark canoe, may you have a pleasant time and room enough for two. That's all. This is from her grandmother.
Oh,
No
okay.
sponsors.
Grandmother Joseph. Now you got to remember now, in 1928, Grandma
born
was
in the
probably born
1800s.
in well into the 1800s.
Yeah.
I'm looking. You asked me to write in your album to put something original in, but the only original in me is original sin.
Oh, okay.
Yours, till fishes wear raincoats.
Wow.
Mary O'Malley.
Mary, she was a
Wow.
chicken, wasn't she?
This guy writes at an angle.
Probably a lefty.
When this you read, whenever you will, remember the boy who wrote Uphill. Lester Carlson, 663 Union Street, New Bedford, Mass.
It's funny you mentioned both lefties and penmanship. I know that I was a lefty in school, at Catholic school, and they did not want me to write with the devil's hand. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh no, that's
Oh,
the devil's
yeah.
hand. You can't
Yep.
use that.
Jeez.
Yep.
My
Here's-
mom
here's
had to go
one.
down and talk to the principal
Really?
in order for me to be able to write with my left hand.
They kept switching my hand too.
Yeah.
All right, one more before I take the next call. Santa came through in his 10-horse shay, which is sleigh, and the street cleaner quit the very next day.
That's a good one.
Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
Hi, this is Annie from Fall River.
Annie from Fall River.
Hey, I like the one from Mary O'Malley about original sin.
Yes.
Well, Gary, I have to say I can't go with you this morning. I have to go with Starship because, you know, I'm partial to Starship. And
Well, I am
Rather-
Starship. I am Starship. You mean you're partial to airplane? Or did
oh, okay, yeah, I'm partial to airplanes. You
Sorry,
got it. Okay.
I knew what you meant.
Anyway, never mind. I'm not partial to revolution, so let's put it that way.
Oh, so it's the other one you
so
want.
which
then.
song did you like?
Yeah.
St. Charles or Volunteers?
St. Charles.
Okay, you with me then.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, never mind then. I don't apologize.
Take it all back.
Apology
I
rescinded.
take it back. Listen, I have a high school yearbook story. When I graduated from St. Aquinas Junior College for Women in Newton back in 1976, and they took pictures for the yearbook. And when I brought the proofs home to my mother, she flipped out because she said that I was showing too many buttons down on the shirt that I was wearing. So she called up the guy that took the pictures and gave him hell and made him agree to do another sitting for me so I could get another picture with more buttons buttoned. And I did.
That's funny.
Okay,
And that's all I got.
All right.
that's another good story.
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
it. I like it.
Oh, and by the way, happy 4th, you guys.
Same
You
to
too. You
Thank you.
too.
Thank you.
All
Bye-bye,
right.
Annie.
Lines are open at 401-766-1240. I'll give a couple more pearls here. They sat on the porch at midnight. Their lips were tightly pressed. The old man gave the signal, and the bulldog did the rest.
Ooh.
What shall I write? What shall it be? In 2 little words, remember me. Aw.
It's funny how the innuendo was just so like PG back in the day, you know.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, it was just a much more innocent world that I miss very much. I'm looking for a particular one. Oh, here it is. Down the lane there is a tree. On it says, remember me. Farther on there is a rock, and on it says, forget me not. That doesn't quite rhyme, but here's the part I like. Yours until the kitchen sinks. And they have there's other ones from that period, you know, yours until butter flies. And it's my father, this would have been in the 40s, or after the war, I'm guessing. He drove an old Oakland convertible because it was easy to put ladders on for his painting jobs. And this is when he first met my mother. And my mother was not 18 yet. So and he also had a hot dog stand. So there was Moe's dog stand painted in white paint on this black car, and jailbait in quotations because my mother was not of age yet. And there's a picture of that somewhere. I would kill to have that. I don't know what happened to it. My mother always showed it to me, and when she died and I went through her stuff, it was gone. So sad. I hate it when things like that happen. And in the storm of life, when you need an umbrella, may you have to uphold it, a handsome young fella.
I knew
Irene
fella was coming.
Ronta. Some people are less original. Good luck. Remember me when this you see, and hear me in your mind. For Lillian is my given name, and Penny comes behind. Her Aunt Lily, April 15th, 1928. In your chain of friendship, count me as a link.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
And this one's in French, so I can't read it. I've thought and thought, and thought in vain. At last I thought I'd write my name. Your Uncle Frank.
It's cute.
And this sounds like it's really fun, but I cannot read it. It's about it starts off, there was a dear old Chinaman who lived in I can't even read it, so it's not going to be any point to it. May your future be bright as the stars at night. It's Lillian has written a couple in here. All right, well, now we have calls. Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
This is James. I live in Providence, but I'm working in Woonsocket.
Well, hello, James.
Hello, James.
Hello, crew. Hey, I just found your station recently because it's one of the few stations that will come in through this concrete building I'm working at. Comes in loud and clear.
And where is that? Where are you working? Give a shout out to your company.
The Hamlet School, Elementary School. Is that what it's called? Is that where I am?
I don't know. Hamlet is
Middle
it
school.
Middle school or Harris Elementary School?
Middle.
Middle school. Okay,
Middle school,
Hamlet
okay.
Middle School. Okay.
And we know where you're at.
And if you need any help, if anything happens and you need to know where you are, just call us. It's a service we're providing apparently these days.
If this phone call gets me fired, then I guess I deserve it. But I came in to the tune you were playing, St. Charles.
Yes.
And I hadn't heard that song in a long time, as much as I have about 700 CDs and I am a rock and roll encyclopedia. I said to myself, Oh, wow, I wish I heard that song from the beginning, because that song's epic.
Isn't it?
And then you said, oh, we played a long one, and I said, well, I still missed it. Now, what you're doing is you're comparing the song Revolution by the Jefferson Airplane.
Well, it's Volunteers, actually.
Volunteers, that's what I meant to say. Yeah. And that song is good. It's real good. But nothing tops St. Charles, although Miracles, the full version, is an excellent song. So am I supposed to pick who was better, what version was better?
Just which one you like better, that's all.
Well, I like them equally, but then, as a matter of fact, St. Charles came off the album. I'm not sure. I got a quiz question for you all. Was St. Charles off the Spitfire album or Dragonfly?
I think it was Spitfire.
Okay, very good. And after a while, the Starship started to sell out. I mean, that song, We Built This City on Rock and Roll, is just, cancel. Time to cancel
Yeah.
the Starship.
Yeah, I'll go along with that.
And meanwhile, they were known to have epic trouble in that band because of huge egos. Grace Slick and Marty Ballin both were at the top, but that made for good concerts if they made it through the end of the concert. But I'll give a vote to the Airplane, because they're the original.
So
Although they got better. First, Marty Ballin was asked to leave the band, but then when he came back with the Miracle song...
Well, you have an
put him
interesting
back.
way of casting your vote, because Leah's crossed out the answer like 4 times here, but you're settling on Volunteers, so okay. All right, so that's okay. Can't go wrong with either one. They're both classic, excellent examples of what they could do, and they're high energy. Yeah. There was really nobody liked them. Really, you can't compare them to anyone else.
No. Very unique.
Yeah, they were a band. There's no prefabrication starting from the beginning and how they morphed into different stuff, how they broke up. A couple members went over to Hot Tuna. Here's the quiz. Oh, did I get that quiz? Here's a quiz question. When 2 members of the band broke off to form Hot Tuna, what was their original name of the band that they wanted to call themselves? I think that was Jack Cassidy and Yorma Huckason, or whatever his name was. Anybody know that?
I don't know the answer.
No. You got us on that one.
Okay.
But maybe somebody does.
Well, they wanted to call themselves Hot Shit, but the record label wouldn't let them, so something like that.
Yeah, because we don't
Check
say
that
that
out.
on the radio. So
You know what? I had to only because it's true. You got to tell the truth on the radio.
But also, there's a big money fine when we say words we're not supposed to on the radio.
Okay, well.
All right. Well, thank you from
Won't happen
the
again.
Concrete Walls, and
Call back again.
all right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
So you said your father had an Oakland?
Yes.
What can you tell me about an Oakland?
It's right across from San Francisco.
Besides that?
The Bay Bridge.
Did they become Pontiac?
Yes. Well, Pontiac was, they didn't become Pontiac. In General Motors, every division except Chevrolet had a junior division and a senior division. Oldsmobile had Viking, Buick had Marquette, Oakland had Pontiac, Cadillac had LaSalle. All the junior divisions died an early death. The LaSalle was the last one in 1940, but in this case, the Oakland died and Pontiac lived on until 2011, I think. So
All right.
that's all. Time for a break.
All right, it is time for a break. It's past time for a break. We'll be right back.
Goodbye.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street in Woonsocket. This is ON AM and FM.
WOON Woonsocket. The Valley Breeze has been a local news leader since its founding in 1996, and more people are reading our stories today than ever before. We believe our mission of making our community stronger by telling their stories is not just a tagline, but a way of life for our staff as they connect with you, our loyal readers and advertisers. Our team thanks you for always reading, always reaching out, and always helping toward our shared vision. Check out any of our 5 editions or visit valleybreeze.com for more.
When you're out enjoying Rhode Island's great outdoors, remember these 3 steps to prevent Lyme disease. Repel, check, and remove. To repel ticks, use bug spray with at least 20% DEET. When you get inside, do a full body tick check. Be sure to check your kids and pets too. If you find a tick, remove it with tweezers. Remember, repel, check, and remove. For more tick-free Rhode Island tips, visit health.ri.gov/ticks. Brought to you by the Rhode Island Department of Health and the Rhode Island Broadcasters Association.
This ON 1240 forecast brought to you by Murphy's Gas on Social Street in Woonsocket, who reminds you that more germs are passed at self-service pumps than almost anywhere else. Murphy's Gas on Social Street provides personal service at or below self-serve prices while you remain in the comfort of your vehicle. And unlike other stations, it's the same price, cash or credit. A smarter, safer way to buy gas. Murphy's Gas, 1023 Social Street, Woonsocket. Sunny skies today with a high of 83 degrees and a breeze from the north. Tonight, mostly clear skies, overnight low of 55. Wednesday's weather, mostly sunny, high of 84. Independence Day Thursday. It's going to be a partly sunny day with a high of 84, just a tiny chance of a shower in the afternoon. Friday, mostly sunny skies, 88 degrees. Saturday, partly sunny and 84. Sunday, mostly sunny and 88. And on Monday, mostly sunny skies, high of 89.
No. All right, we're back. Let's get right to the calls. Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
Good morning, Tuesday. Do you remember crew?
Good morning, Moose.
Morning.
Hello, Tom, Kathy.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everybody seems so enthused to hear my voice.
Yeah, couldn't wait.
You know, sometimes you get under a mic and you say things you're not supposed to say.
Well, goes both ways, Moose. You're talking on your telephone.
Oh, boy. And sometimes you don't know when to keep your mouth, you know what.
Yeah, right.
Whoa.
Go to yourself, too,
Moose, let's just get to the subject
Yeah.
today.
Let's get to the subject is right.
Yeah, right now.
Right now. Going for St. Charles. I like St. Charles. I like, it does have that psychedelic touch from the late 60s, so to speak. Some good guitar riffs in there and everything. And that is from the album Spitfire, is that correct?
I believe so.
All right. What's that song by Monty Byron? Without Love? That's from that album, isn't it?
Don't know.
Without Your Love or Without Love?
I know the song you mean, I don't know.
Yeah. I like Monty Ballard. Of course, you like Gracie Slick. So that's what I'm voting for, but I've got a question for you, Monty Ballard. Can you tell me the top 10 hit that he recorded when he went solo in the early 80s? A very, very pretty tune.
I don't know it.
It's a very pretty tune, very nice tune. 1981, top 10 hit by Monty Ballard. I'm going to leave it out there for the audience.
Okay, no idea. It's after my time.
All right.
That's a cigarette card.
Okay.
Is it? I'm looking it up. One of them is worth $110. I don't know if this one is.
Cigarettes, they used to put these cards there.
So, I'm going to read another.
Oh, put your
Pearl.
camera back on, Gary.
Oh, yeah.
It's a silent star, actually.
Oh, okay.
Eyes were made to wink at boys. Chicks were made to blush. Hair was made to kink and curl. Lips were made to hush.
All over the world.
That was from Dagmar Potter.
Dagmar, wow.
golden sun is shining in the western sky. May it shine the best upon you, now and by and by. Sincerely, M. Christina Sullivan, April 25th, 1928. You know, it sounds like to me that most of these were original from these people. They made them up. They put some thought into them, and they made them up.
Yeah.
And that's kind of interesting.
Creative.
Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
Moose is looking for heart or hearts.
Yep.
That's right.
You're right.
Which was the Marty Balin song.
All right, are you done?
Are you? I might not be.
Well, I guess he's done. All right, lines are open at 401-766-1240. Tom, you got a trivia question for us.
Okay. What company got the copyright on the word scrumdiddlyicious? What was the company that got the copyright on this scrumdiddlyicious? SCRUMDILLYISHUS. Scrumdiddlyicious. And what shaving gel?
Was it Dairy Queen?
Ding, 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 ding. American Dairy Queen. Very good. Nice.
Wasn't
nice.
it in Mary Poppins?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. But they have the scrumdiddlyicious. Whatever. Okay. And the other one was, what shaving gel used a credit card test to compare its performance to that of its competitors? It's a shaving gel that used the credit card test to compare its performance with that of its competitors.
All right. Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
Nobody.
I ain't
nobody there.
Nobody.
Nobody home but us chickens.
Ain't nobody here but
all
us
right,
chickens. Ain't nobody here at all.
Come on, Gary, push
I
that
cannot
button.
get rid of that. There we go. Finally.
Oh, hello.
All right.
Ian.
All right. Hey, man, that might have been a phone problem. I don't know if it was the caller or not. But call back in any case. We're going to go to break. We'll be right back.
ON Radio. The 97th Annual Arnold Mills July 4th Parade will kick off at 11 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, July 4th. Starting at the state line between Massachusetts and Rhode Island on Nate Whipple Highway and traveling down Nate Whipple Highway and disbanding at Abbott Run Valley Road. It's preceded by the annual On the Road 4-mile road race, starting at 9 a.m. The Arnold Mills July 4th Parade Committee invites you and your family and friends to come and watch our spectacular parade. And please thank our major donors that have made the parade possible this year. Rhode Island Governor Dan McKee, Navigant Credit Union, Blackstone River Theater, Stanley Tree Service, and Bill Murray, former mayor of the town of Cumberland, and RIHEBC.
You can depend on us for public service. ON Radio.
This ON AM and FM forecast sponsored by Travel Advisors International, 500 Menden Road in Berkeley Commons in Cumberland. Same phone number they've had for 30 years, 7251234. Experienced, trusted travel professionals on the web at www.taitrips.com. Sunny skies today with a high of 83 degrees and a breeze from the north. Tonight, mostly clear skies, overnight low of 55. Wednesday's weather, mostly sunny, high of 84. Independence Day Thursday. It's going to be a partly sunny day with a high of 84, just a tiny chance of a shower in the afternoon. Friday, mostly sunny skies, 88 degrees. Saturday, partly sunny and 84. Sunday, mostly sunny and 88. Now on Monday, mostly sunny skies, high of 89.
Worcester goes another imperial high.
If
It's Imperial Cars Summerfest Savings Event, and the deals are hot. Take advantage of savings up to $15,000 and rates as low as 0% financing on our most popular new vehicles and 5.49% on used. We've got the area's largest inventory of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, and even commercial vehicles too. Don't miss these sizzling summer deals. ImperialCars.com.
All right, we're back. And earlier you had mentioned, why didn't somebody in the family save this? And, that's, I learned that whenever these things get to that point at an estate sale, that there isn't anybody.
That's true.
They, in one case, I think I've mentioned this before, I bought this suitcase full of this guy's personal stuff from that went back before the World War II, for his high school graduation, and then through the war, where he was a mechanic in the 28th Squadron of the Air Corps, and then up to the late 50s when he was a painter, and he had his painter's union card. The guy became an alcoholic. Apparently, he was living in Hopedale, Mass. And there was enough information so I could try to track somebody down, because the stuff I had was, there was like, a couple hundred pictures of the war, which were really graphic. Those I sent down to the Marine Museum in Washington, and they displayed them there for quite a while. And they sent them back to me with a thanks, and for a long time, I was getting letters from the guys from that squadron. I think they thought I was actually a member. Nobody, I contacted his sister finally, who was from Woonsocket, and she wanted nothing to do with him or anything that he had.
Really?
And so that happens. I don't think that happened probably in this case. I probably have had this package for like 30 years, so she might have been alive, but probably not. The reason I have this is because she died, apparently. So, but there was nobody in the family that claimed this stuff, and this stuff would be precious. If this was my mother's,
oh yes,
this would be absolutely precious to me.
Yeah.
There's nothing that would replace that. But that's what happens. You go to auctions, and you see what we call instant ancestors. These old portraits of people, and the reason why they're not hanging on a wall somewhere is because there's nobody left.
No.
Or they didn't like them.
Yeah, and people randomly just buy those old pictures now, and they like them, and
they're cool. So I'm going to read two more, and then I'll read some more tomorrow.
In my business, we actually send people to auction for different things, and we always make sure we save the pictures, because you can replace a couch, a TV, a dresser, but you can't replace family pictures. That's why we save them for 30 days. We call the customer and say, listen, come by and get your pictures, because those things can't be replaced.
Right.
Yes, really.
And they're no value to anybody else.
Right,
so, so here's one to Bernice. So I guess that's her name. From Beverly Brusso. Remember that the elevator to success isn't when the elevator to success isn't running, use the stairs.
That's good.
I like that. I like that.
This one's from Martha A. Bragg. Remember me when
I learned how to write.
Remember me when you're far, far off, when woodchucks die of whooping cough.
Oh.
She relates to Commander McBride?
She was desperate for a rhyme there, and that's the best she could come up with. But good try, Martha. All right. Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
Hello, I'm back.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Excuse me for my impatience this morning. I got cut off twice.
I didn't cut you off last time.
I know it's happened.
There was no response.
I was put on hold, and I never got a response. And it's very difficult getting through. So, excuse me for my impatience. But if I said anything, you have to accept criticism once in a while. So I didn't mean it. It just, you have to accept criticism once in a while. So.
That's good for all of us to keep in mind.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
let's move on here.
Let's move on is right. Hearts is right by Steve Peluso. He's got that right. Marty Ballin's song is Hearts.
Steve knows stuff sometimes.
It's a good song. You can't bash the 80s, just because it's the 80s.
I can.
See, that's what I'm talking
And I do.
Yeah, and you do.
But there are some exceptions.
Oh, thank you. I've got a question here for you. First of all, we didn't get that. We didn't get the
commonality.
The recording contract assigned to this guy after he was highly recommended by Muddy Waters in the mid-'50s. We had a couple of guesses; they were incorrect.
No, we didn't get that.
You want to give it to us?
I was going to go with James Brown. Did I guess that?
No. Chuck Berry.
Oh, okay.
Chuck Berry. Pretty high recommendation there. I'm going to leave you with this. This is crazy. I touched upon this. 1963. This song's number 2, but listen to me and indulge me for a moment. This song is, the published estimates are ranging from over 1,600 to more than 2,000, with ever more still being released and performed. Paul Revere surmised it. He says the song, quote, has 3 chords and the most mundane beat possible. Any idiot could learn it, and they all did. There's a 20-page description of this song in Wiki.
Was it banned in places?
Ooh, you're touching upon the right thing there, Gary. Please don't say it, but let me just finish. This song, crazily, from 63 to 66, hit the Hot 100 9 times. 9 times.
Probably because it was banned.
But now it hit that 100. Yeah, there's so many. I couldn't believe the multiple paragraphs there was on this song. Of course, whoever the song that I'm referring to, the version to, is like a Sarah Force recording of it, but the pop version that made number 2. So, what song am I referring to? 1,600 to more than 2,000, and it's still being released and performed.
Was it used in Animal House?
I'm trying to think of the songs in Animal House.
We got 20
now,
questions
it's
going
by
on.
a group. It's by a group, and they had a couple other hits too that they followed with. And all the bands, here's a big hint, all the bands back then used to imitate the song. As Paul Revere stated, it was so easy to play.
Sure.
It was so easy to play. So anyway, I'm going to leave it out there, if I may, Gary.
Yeah.
And see if a caller can come in with the correct answer.
We all know what it is, so we're not going to say it, though.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Good morning. To my speaking.
Good morning, everyone. It's Louise.
Morning, Louise.
Louise.
I believe Moose is looking for Louis Louis. Oh, baby, we gotta go now.
Yeah.
Easy there, Louise.
Just repeating the lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah, that brought a smile when he asked the question. I never heard of St. Charles before, but I'll tell you, right at the end with the guitar solo, and it was bothering me. It's like, what's this song? What's this song? There's a song out there with similar riffs, and I encourage you to go listen to the Isley Brothers' "Who's That Lady," and you'll find chords and parts that are similar.
That's not unusual, though.
But it was enough to jog my memory. But today I'm voting for Volunteers, only for what it represented of the era. And I've been intrigued all morning by your reading of those excerpts from that autograph book, because my mother bought me one. I started filling it in when I was in 6th grade, and it continued to high school. And I put my hands on it recently, and I'm trying not to get emotional again. But it contains passages, signatures from and well wishes from former teachers of mine who have since passed. But two in particular struck me. One was from a former classmate. Her name was Lynn, and she lived 2 houses down from me on the same street in Central Falls. And at one point, they moved to Rehoboth. And we had lost touch, but my sister and I met her and her sister at a movie theater. And it was like old home week, and we chatted, and we laughed, and we watched the movie together. And within weeks, there was a terrible car accident, and she passed away at the age of 19.
Oh, how sad.
Yeah, and I don't mean to be somber, but when I saw her name, I thought it brought back that flood of memories.
Yeah.
And then there was another. She was in my high school graduating class, and sorry, I'm having another moment.
It's understandable.
Okay.
It's okay, Louise.
Absolutely.
We went to different colleges. We ended up choosing the same profession. We ended up working together. And tragically, she was murdered by a casual acquaintance.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
And next to, the deaths of members of my family, that was the worst week of my life. And, but yet, I have her words on a page at a time where we weren't competing against each other. And, it's like you said, Gary, these are things to be cherished. And whoever finds my book when I'm gone will have an autograph of Salty Brian.
Oh, wow. One of my heroes.
School, Gloucester Foster.
Yeah.
And they won't have any idea who he
They won't
is.
have a clue. And, he was at the Wampanoag Mall, which no longer exists. Now it's like a strip mall, but this was the Wampanoag Mall in East Providence. And, yeah. And so I know I threw a lot out there, but, I wonder who's going to get my stuff, because right now I'm the one that everybody gives their stuff to. Pictures of my grandmother's wedding. Nobody wants it. They don't even know who's in the picture. And I'm like, oh, yeah, this is Grandma. Oh, yeah, this is,
Well, and I can't
so-and-so.
stress it enough, it's because it's so irritating to me as I go through family photographs from days gone by, that, you didn't write the name of these people on the back of the photograph.
Write the names,
Take the
yes.
time to do it.
Yes.
Or just don't even bother saving the picture. So,
Yeah.
Well, some of my aunts were very good about it. And so I guess that's my charge. One of my summer projects is to start listing the names of who's here in these pictures.
Yes,
So,
because sometimes we tend to forget when you start looking back and you're like, who was that? Who is this one?
Well-
And then our older relatives are not alive anymore to tell us. That's, Uncle so-and-so or whatever.
So I have done that. I'm the guy in charge of our family photographs. People are sending me pictures from California, and I put them all on the computer, made captions for them. I've got them in a photo album, which I have to now digitalize, so I can send everybody a print of what I ended up with.
It's pretty awesome, Gary.
Yeah, really.
I don't know if anybody really cares.
yeah, that's the thing, because the reason why a lot of my aunts gave me the stuff is because their kids didn't want it, and maybe a few years have passed, it's been long enough time, and maybe they want it, but they want it digitally. So another project.
Coincidentally, I mean, I've talked about this being from 1928. That's the year my mother was born. So I have a lot of tons of baby pictures of my mother. Her family apparently had a little bit of money, and they spent a lot of it on pictures, from what I could see. But my father's side, they didn't have any money, so there are no pictures until he went into the army. So
you raise an important point, because I asked that of someone who I was told laid the foundation. He did the cement work. His name was Omer Papineau, and my father told me that as a young boy he helped to lay the cement, which became the foundation of Notre Dame Church on Broad Street in Central Falls. And I approached him in church when he was still alive, and I said, "Is it true? My father said that you did that." And he said, "Yes, it's true." And he elaborated a little bit. And I said, "Do you have any pictures?" And he looked at me like I had three heads, and he said, "Are you kidding? We were poor. We didn't have a camera."
Yeah, exactly. And that brings up another interesting point. In this little box of, it's like 3 or 4 letters, and from this girl, and there's the instructions to a Brownie camera.
Yes.
And I had a Brownie camera, and I sold it in the yard sale, and I still regret that to this day. Well, I've occupied enough of your time. Thank you once again. And I think the answer to the credit card question is Brylcreem?
Nope.
All right.
Close.
All right. Well, thank you all.
All right. Thank you, Louise.
Thank you, Louise.
As always.
Yeah.
All right. What's the score?
3-3.
I thought let's do a studio vote. Lee.
Volunteers.
Volunteers.
Let's not do a vote.
I
think
okay, Dave, what's yours?
St. Charles.
Okay.
We'll just answer calls now.
Yeah. Oh, there's Mr. Busy Guy. This letter's pretty cool. This is from 1928. I think she was in junior high at the time when she wrote this letter to her friend. But there was people running, talking about who are they? I don't know. Go ahead and answer the phone. If you
Okay.
want.
Good morning. Who am I speaking?
Hello, guys. Back at you. Are you there?
Yeah.
We're here.
We're here.
Oh, okay. Louis Louis is what I was looking for. Thank you very much for your time. Hopefully
All right.
tomorrow. And you know what, Kathy? Now you know what I'm doing? Going and bury my head in the sand.
Okay, just don't go too deep, Moose.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Moose.
Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow.
They were voting at the time, Hoover or Smith.
Oh, yes. I read that.
Yeah. Who did you vote for? My class, we voted for Smith.
Because they didn't think anybody in New Bedford would vote for Hoover.
Yeah, really, yep.
Now this is this girl's what, 17, 18 years old?
This is from November 4th, 1928.
So we're guessing that
Yeah.
this is like her senior graduation period, and she's actually cares about politics, and it's
The amazing thing is, it's written in pencil, and you can still read these things. Like it hasn't faded.
Everything's pencil.
She's got a code in here. Whoever she's writing to, and they're let's do our own dialogue, our own language, and she deciphered the whole thing. You can't. Well, I'm showing it like you can see it, but it's pretty cool.
Go ahead, hold it up.
So here's the letter. I don't know if you can see it, but she's got a whole code in here, deciphering to her friend on what to do. Let's try this out. But what's the person's name? Robert.
Yes.
She's writing to Robert.
And I believe that's Dagmar that wrote this. Because she references that somewhere. All right, hold on. Good morning. To who am I speaking? Hello? Lost him. All right. Well, more of this tomorrow, folks.
Yes.
We're going to call it a day, and I am heading north. So thank you
hello,
very much.
Rob, and your wife in Salem.
We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
I'll call in tomorrow for the commonality too, by the way.
Yes, and
Okay.
thanks for coming in, Dave.
Yeah.
All right.
Say hi to Jim.
Same here.
Bye-bye. Yes.
We'll be listening today.
I hope he is.
All right. Bye-bye.
WOON Woonsocket.